Welcome back to another episode of Your Daily Real Estate. I'm Tristan. This episode is brought to you by abrillianttribe.com. That's where I help you get to where you want to get to in the real estate world. And I was laughing. I'm actually laughing because I messed up maybe like 7 times on this intro, and I never mess up. So anyway, these episodes are 5 to 10 minutes long. The purpose is to help you get to where you want to get to. I know it gets confusing in real estate. And so I need you to continually listen to this to not only lift you up, but to take actionable steps in the right direction. And today is one of those. Today I want to talk to you about mailing. And we've been mailing for now 15 years. And we continually do it because it works. Mailing works a lot. The only challenge is it takes time to get going, and it also requires funds. So if you're looking to mail starting off, I would caution you that if you're going to do it, please plan accordingly, meaning you're going to do this hopefully for the rest of your real estate career. So if you can't do it routinely, consistently, please don't start. Do something else. If you think you can do it, start small. And I would say start with 100 homes. If that's all you've got where you can stay consistent, start with 100 homes. Just make sure that you pick the areas that are selling. So go into your local MLS and check what area has over a 5% sale. So that means you take all the homes that have sold, and you're like, oh, about 5% or more have sold in this area. Great, check. And obviously the higher, the better. And take a look at what areas you do want to cover. I think a lot of the times we just assume that it's where we live. And sometimes that doesn't motivate you, or that doesn't inspire you to want to work in those areas. For example, me, when I first started in real estate, when I first started mailing, I picked areas that motivated me to visit, to learn more about, inspire me. Maybe I even wanted to live there. And I was like, I love this place. I want to know more about it. And that's where I started. In fact, we're still mailing there, and I love the area. So start small and then incrementally go to the next level and find a company online that will help you create these pieces. Or if you want to save money, you can always go to Canva, create it yourself. But again, I love to just initially, when you're starting with 100 and you're like, I've got the area, I'm only going to do this many. I'm going to go to CoreFact, something easy. Go to CoreFact, have it outlined, say, this is what I'm going to mail out one time a month for the year. And this is going to be my messaging. Now, if you want some real talk here, one time a month is just probably not going to do it. Why? Because look at your mailbox. Chances are pretty high that you get other mailers in there. So if you want to have the best success possible, you're going to have to do it more than one time a month, and you're going to have a strong call to action attached to that mailer. So my suggestion is 100, 2 times a month to start, with a great call to action that's always going to be the same, and it can be simple. I mean, the one thing that attracts most sellers is, what is your home worth in this market, right? And then you can change it up to like, what's your home worth right now in this fall? What's your home worth in spring? What's your home worth? Change it up, but keep it the same as far as what's your home worth. And people often tell me, Tristan, that's just so simple, it's not going to work. And I just look at them and I say, yeah, you know what? The Zestimate just doesn't work. It doesn't attract anybody. And then they're like, oh yeah, it does. And I'm like, yeah, this works. It's so dumb and simple, but it works. Just make sure that you have them either go to a landing page on your website that can give them the value, where it captures their information, right? Or if you do a CoreFact, in some cases, they could scan the QR code and it'll give a landing page. It'll be good. You can use whatever company you want. I just came up with CoreFact because I couldn't think of the other two. We do it custom in-house for us. So that is something that you can work up to when you're getting to 5,000 pieces a month, 10,000 pieces a month, whatever you're going to get to. But the point is, you've got to know the amount you're going to start with, How many are you going to mail out every month? What's the call to action on this? How are they going to get whatever you're offering? Is it a scan? Is it a phone number they're going to call? What is it, right? And then most important is make sure that you understand your audience. A lot of times we don't understand who we're mailing to, and the messaging is just off because the only thing on the postcard is not going to be what's your home worth. It's going to give other information that you're going to alternate through, like what to do in the community, what properties have sold, who you are, and then sometimes you're going to do an actual handwritten note to them and they're going to be able to open it. The point is, understand your audience. Is it a place that has a younger audience? Maybe it's townhomes, condos, and it just has younger people there. Or maybe it's a retirement community. Or maybe it's somebody who is already an owner, has been there for a while, and maybe they even own 2 properties. Or maybe it's a vacation rental area. I don't know. But the point is, you have to know, because the items that are on the mailers, the marketing, anything that you're sending out has to resonate with that audience. And a lot of people, agents specifically, a lot of agents don't think about that. So as you're creating this process, in fact, I've got so many ideas on this because we've done it for so many years. I have one that we did for Malibu maybe 10 years ago. Must have been 10 years ago. And we've tweaked it a little bit since then. And I know I have it. So if you need that one, just message me on Instagram. It'll give you some great ideas. At least you can start with something. And I think that one was also when I was mailing 2 times a month. At this point, we're mailing 1 time a week in some of our areas, 1 time a week. I alternate my call to action, and I have a QR code. It goes to a landing page. It gives them whatever I'm saying I'm going to give them. And in some cases, we also offer for us our website, which is everythinghome.com. Oh, wait, everythinghome.ai. I always add the .com. It's everythinghome.ai. And that just showcases everything about their home once they input their address and all that. But look, I'm getting ahead of myself. I want you to start somewhere. Mailing does work. In fact, it works so well that now we're mailing thousands a month. But it all comes down to the messaging, because I also hear people tell me, Darson, it doesn't work. I'm like, just change your messaging and understand your audience so that they connect with that messaging. And it takes a long time. It takes up to a year, past a year in some cases. And it really depends on how many times you're mailing in a month. So pay attention to those details. If you have any questions, reach out to me on Instagram. And I know I've got that Google Doc, so you can definitely request it and I'll send it over to you. Have an awesome day.